Hello you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new Doctor Who top 5 video for today. So for this video, it is my top 5 Doctor Who Colin Baker stories. Yes, I've done all of the classic Doctors now. I've actually gone and done William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Pete Davison and Sylvester McCoy in my top 5 favourite stories for them. So welcome to my top 5 Colin Baker stories. Yes, today I'm going to be talking about the least popular Doctor in classic Doctor Who. But for me, Colin Baker is not the least popular Doctor for me. I mean, he's actually in 10th place for me because I really do enjoy his performance. He's actually my top 10 Doctors. I really do like Colin Baker's performance in season 22 and season 23. And I do like him in Big Finish as well, where my least favourite Doctor, and I'm sorry to say this, is of course the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant. But now with David Tennant playing the 14th Doctor, I'm hoping we get a different kind of incarnation. So instead of having the 10th Doctor, we got David Tennant back as the 14th Doctor, which is a whole different incarnation of the Doctor. So, talking about Colin Baker. So Colin Baker played the 6th Doctor from 1984 to 1986. Starring 2 full seasons and 1 story tagging along season 21, which is Peter Davison's final season as the Doctor. So I'm going to be talking about my 5 favourite stories from TV. Now, I would add Big Finish, but unfortunately, I didn't really think that was fair, because I got more Big Finishes for Colin Baker and Paul McGann than I do for any of the other Doctors. So, jumping into this one. So, number 5. I have to talk about this one because this one, I just really do enjoy it, and it's part of season 23. It is Terror of the Vervoids. Now, this story is brilliant. So, the Doctor is on trial by the Time Lords in this whole season story arc, but this episode really stands out a lot to me, especially that fantastic Blu-ray edition that we got of it, where, in fact, it's like totally on its own. You can actually watch it with the court scenes, or you can watch it without the court scenes on Blu-ray, which is brilliant. But I do really like the story, Terror of the Vervoids. It's a murder mystery story. I love the fact we've got the Vervoids. They are these fantastic plant creatures that want to turn us humans into their compost like we do to the plants and stuff. Really, it's a fantastic story where we've got these alien plants that grow out little space seeds. We have Mel. This is the very first story we have for Bonnie Langford as Mal, basically, in this story. I really do like Bonnie Langford as Mal with McCoy more than Colin, because even though in season 23 and season 24 she still screams a lot. I really don't like Bonnie Langford when she screams, because it's just one of those very high pitched screams, and it's just like ah. In Big Finish, it's a lot better in Big Finish, but I really do like Terror of the Vervoids. It is a brilliant ultimatum story, and to be honest with you, it's my favourite story out of the entire whole season. I don't mind The Mysterious Planet, Mind Warp, it's okay, not great, and The Ultimate Foe. But Terror of the Vervoids is really the strong story out of the season, even if you watch it without the court scenes, and it's just like one whole adventure, which is brilliant. Number 4. It is, of course, The Mark of the Irani, filmed up in Telford and Ironbridge, where I don't really live too far away from. I really do enjoy Mark of the Irani. It's a great story. Kate O'Mara is brilliantly as the Irani. Anthony Ainley is back as the Master somehow after we kind of see him die in the Peter Davison story in the Planet of Fire, which is literally Davison's second to last story. Somehow it doesn't really explain how the Master is still alive. I do like the fact Perry brings it up saying, I thought he was dead. And the Doctor goes, oh, the Davisons of the Master. I really do like this story. The Mark of the Irani is brilliantly, and it's a really good like historian episode. This is where I think this is like one of the 2 out of all of the 1980 stories that we got for like prehistoric stories. Like we had The Visitation, Black Orchid. I believe we also had The Awakening, Mark of the Irani. And to be honest with you, the 2 best stories for the history period from the 80s is definitely The Visitation and, of course, Mark of the Irani. So, the Irani is another Time Lord, oh, she's a female Time Lord, so really we should call her Time Lady, like Romana was. I do like her performance because it's a really good dynamic between the Doctor, the Irani, and the Master, where really the Irani just wants to get on with her experiments on the humans, where the Doctor blunders in and the Master's there. She goes, I know why you're here. I saw the Doctor. Oh, my dear Anne, you're still such a naive woman. I really do like Anthony Ainley's performance as the Master. I really do enjoy the marketing Rani. It's brilliant. Number 3 is Revelation of the Daleks. Yes, so we are on the planet Necros, and Davros is basically calling himself the Great Healer, turning humans into Daleks and basically going back on his words and feeding the world population of humans. Yeah, very, very cannibal. He's like literally turning dead humans into processed food and then feeding it back to the world's population. Very dark stuff, this story. It's really dark stuff. Now, part 1 is literally just the Doctor and Perry walking from the TARDIS up to the Heavenland bit of the story. Then part 2, it's when we get straight into it and we see a hovering, glowing Dalek. You know, we got Davros basically losing his hand, which is something I think was really, really brilliantly back introduced into Modern Who, because when he returned in 2008, he has the metal hand, which is really good, because this is the story where Davros actually had his hands blown up, and the way they literally did that, instead of like making him have another hand in the planet, the Soul and Earth and Journey's End, Davros has his metal hand, and I really do enjoy that literally connection back to Classic Who, where Davros has his hand blown off. And of course, this is the return of the normal Daleks from Skaro that arrest Davros for his trial and, well, for his crimes against the Dalek race, and then creating a new bunch of Daleks, and which does lead into a civil war. Number 2, it is, of course, Vengeance on Varos. So we are on a prison planet, and this story is no other than a fantastic story. I really do like Vengeance on Varos. We meet Syl for the first time, who is a fantastic villain. I do love his laugh. I really do love Syl. He's a brilliant villain. I absolutely love Varos. It's a really great prison planet. It's a bit like watching a celebrity show. I never really watched these celebrity shows or any of this, because it's just basically just boringness. But Doctor Who does it really brilliantly, and I love the way how they trick the Doctor thinking he's in a desert island and he needs water and he's going to die. And I do like the acid bath scene as well. That's just brilliant. An acid bath, and the Doctor literally pushed those 2 guards, and then he goes, "Forgive me if I don't join you." I really do like that story. Vengeance of Varos, it's just brilliant. I do love it. And my all-time favourite Colin Baker story is, of course, Attack of the Cybermen, which is his second story as the 6th Doctor. So, what can I say what's so good about this story? Well, we got Cybermen, we have the Cryons, we end up having a sequel and 2 prequels. So when I say it's a prequel to the 10th Planet, and it's a sequel to the Tomb of the Cybermen, and of course the Invasion, where we've got Cybermen still alive in the sewers left over from the Invasion. We've got Cybermen in Teros with the Cyber Controllers, where the Cryons are. We have the return of Lytton as well. And of course, the Doctor basically does fix his chameleon circuit just a little bit, but unfortunately, even though the chameleon circuit is knackered, it deserves to be in the knackered yard. You know, it does shapeshift from the police box to a kind of little cabinet thing, and then to an organ, and then back to some big gates, and then back to the police box. And that's how it stays for the rest of the season. I do like the way how the Doctor does kind of fix the chameleon circuit, even though if it was down to me, I would rip out the entire circuit without not even trying to bother to fix it and just let it stay as a police box. I do like the old police box design from the 80s. And I do love the fact how Linton dies and the Doctor blames himself, saying, "I don't think I've judged anybody badly as I judged Linton." And I just really do enjoy this story. So this is my 5 favourite Colin Baker stories. What are your 5 favourite Colin Baker stories? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join for more awesome Doctor Who content. And have a cracking day, you amazing lot.